name is Annabelle Mathis.
And I'm June Ding. We're about to perform the decomposition of copper 2 carbonate hydroxide hydrate.
In late night labs, I'm going to start out by placing the needed instruments and containers on the workbench. We need a crucible, a Bunsen burner, and a balance. Now I will add 5 grams of copper 2 carbonate hydroxide hydrate from the materials shelf into the crucible. Next, I will place the crucible and its contents onto the balance and record the mass in my lab notes as 93.000 grams. Next, I will move the crucible onto the Bunsen burner, but before I turn the burner on, I will double-click on the crucible and select Show Contents so that we can see a cutaway of the crucible and see the contents inside. I will turn on the Bunsen burner to a low flame by clicking on the dial 3 times. Notice how while the reaction takes place, the contents will change color from green to black. Once the contents have changed color, it means the reaction has taken place, and we can now remove the crucible from the burner onto the workbench. And we will turn off the workbench by pressing the dial turn off the burner by pressing the dial 1 time. Now we will weigh the crucible again with its contents to see how the mass has changed during the reaction. It is now 91.327 grams. You may notice that the copper 2 carbonate hydroxide hydrate lost mass during the reaction, and we will address that while we explain the balance equation. Lastly, we will clean up the workbench by placing all of the materials in the recycling bin.
The reaction that we just performed can be described by this balanced chemical equation. The reagent of the chemical reaction was copper 2 carbonate hydroxide hydrate, which was the green solid in the crucible. The catalyst for the reaction was the heat produced by the Bunsen burner. 1 mole of copper 2 carbonate hydroxide hydrate breaks down into 3 products: 2 moles of copper oxide, which was the black solid we saw in the crucible, and 1 mole of carbon dioxide gas and 2 moles of water vapor. Because the reaction was performed in an open system, the 2 gases escaped, which is shown by the decrease in mass after the reaction. This reaction was an example of decomposition, which is the separation of a chemical compound into 2 or more substances.